Welcome to the Joy of Board Games. My name is Sean Leonard. Thank you for watching. Alright guys, let's see what we can find today. Again, this is just kind of looking through the games, seeing what's out there, seeing what jumps out at me as something I've either bought and sold before, or something that is different, unusual, that I haven't seen before, because I have looked at a lot of games. So then at that point, it's worth taking an extra second to maybe look it up and see if it's worth some money. So these puzzle 3D games do go for a decent amount. The hard part with them for me is there's so many pieces, and trying to figure out if it's complete, if it's used, it makes it difficult. Some people take the time to do it. I personally don't. But just so you know, they do go for a good amount of money. If you ever see a new one, grab it up, as long as the price is right. But on the used ones, it's just, are you willing to take the time to figure out if every piece is there? Goes back to, do you have more time than money, or vice versa? What's your time worth in this endeavor? Okay, grabbing a game I don't recognize. And as you can see, it does sell for $10 new on eBay. So I probably wouldn't grab the used version because it's just not going for enough. I couldn't find it at all on Amazon. Let's see here, what else we got. Vintage looking games, older looking games, sometimes are worth looking up because they can be collectible. This one, you couldn't find it on Amazon, this exact version. The closest version I found was on eBay, and it was only $12 used, $12.99. So again, with free shipping, there's not a lot of profit in there. There's a little bit, so if you're getting it for the right price, maybe it's worth buying. At the prices they had here, it wasn't worth grabbing. Scroll through. Alright, that one is dropping pieces as I move the box, so I was like, I'm not even going to mess with that one. Let's see what else is here. And as I go through this, if you see a game that I missed, please let me know. Alright, the Hoot Owl Hoot is $15, $16 new. So, again, when it's that low just for a new version, there's no point in even going into and looking at the used because it's just not worth it. Just not worth the time. The Silly Street. Let's see what this one is. So, it was 23 new. I didn't see any, I think, on the collectible on Amazon, but it's only $9 on eBay. So, it's probably not worth it, and I believe they're asking $4.50 for it. So, just not worth the amount of time and money that goes into it. But some people, you know, if you can make a few extra dollars, it might be worth your time. Alright, Trivial Pursuit, $15.99 for the collectible on Amazon. Again, depends on how cheap you get it. Just kind of looking around, going through, just scanning through, seeing if any of them jump out at me as something that I think might be worth trying to sell. Worth something to kind of research a little more on, to see if it's something that could be worth any type of value. Alright. So this connects. I mean, they go for 36 new. So if you do see it new, it's worth grabbing. It looks like they sell pretty well on eBay at $20 with $20 in shipping for a used one. So those are, you know, going okay on eBay, actually. The problem is just make sure you have all the pieces. If you have to spend an hour counting pieces, is it worth your time? Is it worth how much you're making off of it? That's the one thing to think about. Alright, old baseball cards. As you see, a box, even a brand new factory sealed, is only $5.99 on eBay. Baseball cards you can't really sell on Amazon, but on eBay, $6, probably not worth your time. Let's see here. found a brand new game. Brand new is always good, right? Just with this one, I couldn't find this exact version on eBay, or I mean on Amazon, and it's only $12.87. If I found this exact one, it still could be worth it, because even when you're tripling your money for $3, it's a pretty easy scan. You don't have to check to make sure pieces are there. It's brand new. Now this is probably the find of the day. Now remember that paying attention to editions. So this is the 10th anniversary edition. The standard edition is not worth that much. The 10th anniversary edition, as you can see, is worth $48.95 for the lowest one on Prime for Amazon. Which at that point you're making a good return on your time and investment. So that's a good one to grab. Another one, this Genius Edition. It was, there weren't any under the collectible section. So you're talking $60. Even if you take it half price of that, you're talking $30 for the game. That's a decent return on your time and investment. And it's not that hard to really check to make sure everything's in there. So it's pretty easy to make sure that game is complete. It is a little heavy though for the shipping, so just something to pay attention to when if you're planning on selling it on eBay. Just something to think about also is how heavy those cards are and everything that's in those Trivial Pursuit games. But going into Amazon, their FBA shipments are pretty low, so. Looking through everything, you always want to look through, see if there's any card games. Some of them can be worth money. This is a brand new one, so that's nice. There's no listings right now. It's still okay sales rank at $1 million in toys, but there were no listings, so I could pick the price. I probably would put like $17.99 when I listed up. So again, for that price, it's not a bad return on investment. So at least got a couple good finds so far. We'll see what else we can find here. Again, digging into the toy sections, or to the smaller games, everything, seeing if there's anything that's there that kind of jumps out. This Zen thing, I didn't recognize it first when I picked it up, and then it's those Zen Gardens, and that small type of one's not really worth that much. You never know what you find when you start digging. There's the Atari game controller. They go okay. New ones are worth it, but used ones probably not that great of a deal. But again, it's probably $15 for the used one. So depends on what you get it for. If it's $1 or $2, it might be worth your return on your time and investment. And I think they were selling for $10 on eBay. So this game. The kicker is, again, it was selling for $15 new, so once you figure in how much it's going for on the used or collectible, it's just not worth the time for even if there's not a lot there. By the time you figure out what it's going for on used on Amazon, you're probably looking at $9 and spending $250. By the time you pay for FBA fees and everything, there's no profit in it. If I've missed any games that you, as I'm scanning through, and you're like, why did he not grab that game? Let me know in the comments. Just like you, I like to learn. And there could easily be something that I didn't realize was worth money that I scanned past. I'm always trying to kind of look for games that I don't recognize, games that are worth me scanning and looking at closer. If it is a game you recognize, the special editions are usually good ones to look at, or the ones where it's in conjunction with like a Disney or a movie. Sometimes those are worth it, sometimes they're not. Here's a good example of that, the Operations Me Too. They're worth it. I mean, $12 just for the little parts, that's a pretty good deal, even if the game's not worth it, just because that's easy shipping. This one, though, had a hole in the box where those pieces were, and so the pieces were falling out. But if it was complete, you could not even have to worry about shipping the game, and just do it for 13 bucks, get the little pieces out to people who lost some of the pieces. I couldn't find that one on Amazon, though. Just scanning through, seeing if anything jumps out. Anything else is out there. That's pretty much how I do it. Just looking through, seeing if anything is in the games that I think I can make some profit off of when I'm trying to sell them. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, and check back. I try to post content as often as possible. Have an awesome day.